Hello YouTube, my name is, no, I'm not going to say what my name is, but I'm making a video to show you guys how to make a Dungeons and Dragons Adventure League character sheet for 5th edition, which is, if you don't know, this is the 5th edition player's handbook. This is like the art style of it, I guess, so that might help, I guess, I don't know. So what you'll be needing, what you'll be needing is an Adventure League sheet. The link to this is in the description. Same with this. The link is also in the description for this. This is a spell sheet. We'll be keeping your spells and all that kind of stuff. You'll need a pencil. One of the most important things I'd probably in D&D besides dice, which here's some dice. You need that. Not specifically to make a character though, if you're just wondering. You'll also need a player's handbook. If you don't have a physical copy like I did, you can go to the description and there'll be a link to one. If not, if you don't want to like do this video, you know, you just clicked on it because you thought it was nerdy or whatever, go to your local comic book store and they'll probably help you make one. Like, that's what they did with me. I went and I was like, hey, I'm new to D&D. Can you help me make a character sheet? And they're like, totally. Like, they were like nice about it. Now I'm friends with a lot of them, so yeah. So let's get started. If you are following along with using the player's handbook I mentioned in the description, I'm gonna name all the classes and I'm gonna give a brief description of them to see, like, you know, which one you would like the best. So Barbarian is on page 46. Barbarians are almost like paladins, but they are more about DPS, but they don't have as much health. They have some buffing things like Rage, which gives +5 damage to each person within a certain radius from them, which I think increases as you level up. Bards are the buffs, so they are like the music people. They have, like, you can get drums, flutes. I'm in a bard party, and we all play wind instruments, and our motto is "We blow." So I don't know if that was funny or not. Next is the cleric. Clerics are healers. They're like warrior healers is what I like to think of them as. So they heal people, but they can also do some pretty decent damage. Next is the druid. The druid, I don't really know much about druids, but I know that they can like shape shift into different animals, and they I guess like one with nature, like a spell casting hippie. I don't know, that sounds really mean, but they're like really down-to-earth nature kind of people, usually elves, I'm pretty sure. Next, page 70 are the fighters. So fighters are a little bit of everything. They are really well-rounded with weapons, so they use like bows, crossbows, staves, short swords, all that kind of stuff. They are really good. You get to do multiple attacks with them, so like I think at 5th level, you get 2nd, you get 2 attacks. And at 4th, like at 20th level, if you decide to do fighter and you get to 20th level, you get 4 attacks, which is like extremely amazing. The only class that can do that, which is pretty awesome. Next is the monk class, which for this one, I'll show you guys the picture. This is what it looks like. So, and I'll show you like how to make all of this and how all this will make sense. Monks are unarmed people, so they are unarmed, like they're like fighters, but they do unarmed attacks usually, or with martial weapons, which are like bows, not like bows, but quarterstaffs and stuff, and like short swords. So they're like, that's what their thing is. They do have unarmored defense, which allows them to, I forgot what it does, but they're better without armor, basically. So I wouldn't recommend wearing armor with them, because they don't have proficiency in any of them, which I'll explain what that is too. They also have they have ki, which allows them to do different attacks and stuff. Next is the paladin. My friend is a paladin, and he's 8th level, and he's like super OP. So if you want to like destroy stuff and just absolutely murder stuff, go for paladin for sure. Paladins are like typical paladins. They're holy warriors that go for good and strive to help good people. So remember, while you're role-playing a paladin, be sure to be good if that's like, you know, your origin and stuff like that. Let's see. Next are the Rangers. Rangers are the long people. No, not the long people. That sounds weird. The Rangers are the ranged people, basically. It's in the name. They use bows. They use bows and arrows, crossbows, that kind of stuff. And they are one with kind of nature almost. They have a little feature, as you can see, called Natural Explorer. And like this, well, they can like do more in this terrain or something. And I mean, archers are really good later on. They are like really OP. They can do like 2 attacks. Once this ranger, my party, once did like 48 damage and 2 attacks, and he instantly like killed the monster like on his turn. So we were like all like kind of mad at him because, you know, we didn't get to attack. But rangers are the ranged people. Usually don't really go into combat that much unless you run out of arrows, which is highly unlikely. Next is the rogue. Rogues. So rogues are, you know, everyone knows what a rogue is. They're stealthy. They're stealthy badasses. They go around in the dark and kill people stealthily. Now another thing about the monk. In the monk, there are different like monasteric traditions, and if you choose the shadow tradition or something, you can become a shadow monk. Which one of the abilities at 6th level allows you to jump from shadow to shadow. So that's pretty badass. And if this is like all confusing and like complicated or like sounds a little heavy, please don't leave the video just yet. It'll all make a little bit more sense. And if it still doesn't make sense, go to your local comic book store and ask them to help you make a character. I'm pretty sure they would gladly help you out if you ask them. Okay. See. Next is the Sorcerer. This is actually my personal favorite class. I'll even show you my character sheet. He's actually level 7 right now. This is what he looks like right now. My character sheet. I don't know if that's zoomed in or not, but that's what he looks like at level 7. Sorcerers are spellcasters, and unlike wizards, they don't have a book. They memorize their spells and are able to use those spells instantaneously. So, wizards have a book, you know, that they have to like look at. If they lose that book, they have to buy another book and spend time and money, you know, rewriting the book, basically. But sorcerers, they use different, you know, they memorize magic and stuff. So if you want to be like a spellcaster and not have like a stupid book that you have to keep around, I'd go with sorcerer. They're pretty awesome. Warlocks. Warlocks are also kind of like sorcerers, but they use a little less magic, and they're like fighters. So I guess it'd be like a fighter-sorcerer kind of combo. They do have They do use weapons more than like wizards and sorcerers for sure. But they have evil magic like resurrection spells and stuff like that. I guess, you know, you can imagine. In the last class, the wizard class. Wizards are usually older people that, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain a wizard. I mean, it's a wizard. I mean, they're older people that, I guess, Baba, stop, please, that's annoying. Baba. Can you guys hear that? It's annoying. Baba! Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Okay, so, they use spells. They are I guess they're a mix between sorcerer and a ranger. They use longbow. They're like long range stuff, usually. So that's all the classes. Yes, that's all the classes. So I've decided that I don't know what I should make. I'm gonna make a paladin. Okay, so I'm gonna go page 82 in my book. 82. And I'm just gonna write near the class thing, paladin. And if you don't know where to write that, this is where I wrote it, right here. Paladin. I'll be right back. Back from letting my dog outside. So, after you've chosen your class, the best thing to do will be look at the quick build section of the Paladin. So, each class has a quick build little thing right here, as you can see. Quick build is like right there. Okay? And a quick build will tell you what you should probably make your highest scores. And in D&D, you have ability scores right here, which we'll put like right in this row, and they'll have different numbers, and those different numbers will give you bonuses for rolling this dice right here. It's called a D20. So when you make a strength check for like, for example, lifting a heavy object, I'm gonna roll. I rolled a 19, which is like really good. If I had a a bonus of 5, I would add 5 to that number and make me greater. So you want to have good bonuses for your class because each class is uses a certain skill more. Paladins use strength and charisma the most. So just kind of put that in your mind while we choose the races. So races. I'm not gonna get into too much detail about the races. I'm just gonna go with this character right now. If you want to, you can go ahead and follow me making this character. I think the best thing to do would be a Dragonborn, because Dragonborns have good charisma and they have good strength because they're pretty strong. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to that. But first, I'm just explaining, I guess, dwarves. Dwarves, they're the dwarves. Elves, they're good with everything. I mean, just look through the book and you'll find their bonuses and stuff. So I'm gonna go to Dragonborn, wherever the heck they are. There you go, Dragonborn. Okay. This is the Dragonborn page. Okay. So if you want to, you can read about the Dragonborns and stuff. I usually just skip over it for right now until later when I really want to read it. Right here, so Dragonborn traits. So each race has traits, and you'll need to write these down. And this right here, this part of your character sheet. So, for example, right here it says, ability score increase. Your strength score increases by 2 and your charisma by 1. It says that right there. If you can see that. Hope you can. Okay. And so, you're going to put 2 in this big space right here and put, where is it? 1? Yes. 1 in that charisma space. And I'll tell you what these numbers will mean later when we actually, get into that. I'm going to put 2 right there, and then 1 right there, and that little spot. Okay. Okay, next is age. Age matters, I guess, a little. Yeah, it does matter. Yeah. So, you can just read about their age. Young Dragonborn grow quickly. They walk hours after hatching. Wow, that's actually pretty amazing. Attain the size and development of a 10-year-old human child by the age of 3. So they live around 80. They're like an adult at like 15. So I'm gonna be 10 years old. And you're gonna do that in the back right here for like personalization and stuff. So I'm gonna go age 10. I'm gonna do blue eyes. Blue eyes. Scale hair. I'm weigh 300 pounds because I'm a cool kid. 300 pounds. 7 foot, and I'm gonna be dark skin. So if you want, you can change that. I'm just doing this quickly for you guys, so you can customize all that kind of stuff yourself. So alignment. So alignment is important to races because each race is kind of different. Elves are, I guess, more like nicer, I guess, but half orcs are more mean, so they tend to be like evil, more evil. And alignment kind of tells you how you're gonna be playing your character almost, like if they're gonna be good, bad, or they're gonna be completely neutral on things. So, so they can be good and bad. So I'm just gonna go with the neutral. You don't always have to follow the alignment, but if you really want to, you go ahead. All right, size. I'm not gonna do size. If you want your character to be a certain height, just write it down. Speed. So it's gonna tell you what your speed is, and mine is 30 feet. So in this speed box right here, you're gonna put 30 or whatever the speed is for your character. So I'm gonna put 30 feet. Alright, next I have an ancestry, so draconic ancestry. So I have a breath weapon, so I'm gonna choose my ancestry. And that ancestry stuff is right there. And you'll see that. So, and right here, this is for like your abilities and stuff. Just write down your different race abilities and that kind of jazz. Let's write draconic. Draconic ancestry. And I'm not gonna write the whole description, but try to like summarize it into that so that you know. So I'm gonna just into green, which is poison. So green, poison. So as my character, my Dragonborn can use poison damage or like a breath weapon of poison that'll poison everybody. Next, this right here just explains the breath weapon even more. I have resistance to poison apparently, so damage resistance. I have resistance to the damage type associated with your draconic ancestry. I chose poison or green, so I'm immune or I resist against that. After all that, maybe some other stuff if you choose a different race. Languages. So I can read and write in draconic. Yeah, I can read and write in draconic. I'm gonna put this in this little box right here. So read. Okay. Alright, so I left off I think at languages. So I'm sorry about like I was putting my sheets up, it wasn't autofocusing. I'm sorry about that. Just try your hardest I guess to I'll be more careful I guess to show you guys like maybe like that or something. So after you've gotten all your racial abilities done, go back to the page where your class is. So my class, the Paladin, is on page 82. So maybe page 82. 82. So the first thing you're gonna start out with. Oh, wait. Sorry about that. Skip that. Go to the very, very beginning of the book. I'll tell you what page. Go to page 13 if you're following along. On 13, this is where we're gonna fill in these little scores right here. And these big numbers, like 17, 18, and 12, will give us different modifiers or like plus bonuses like I talked about earlier. Like adding to the d20 dice. So that's what that 2 is for. I'm going to add that to this set numbers. So on page 13, right around like right here, I don't know if that's auto zooming or not, but like right here in this paragraph, there are these numbers right here. Okay, those are the numbers we're going to be using. So each class, like I said earlier, has their 2 really good, scores or like abilities. For the Paladin, it is Strength and Charisma. So I'm gonna take all these like 6 numbers. I'm gonna put the highest one in Strength, 14 in the second like Charisma, and then just go down to like whatever I want. So I'm gonna put 15 in Strength. So now I have 17 as my score. I'm gonna 14 in Charisma, so I have 15 score. And next, so I use 15 and 14. You can't use the same number over and over again. So you can't use 15, 15, 15, 15. You have to use only each number once. So next is 3, 12, 10, and 8. So I'm gonna be stupid, so I'm gonna put myself at 8 for intelligence. Constitution, I'll put 13. 12 for my dexterity, which is how fast I move, and 10 for my wisdom. Now there's a little chart right here. Right here, there's a little chart. I don't know if that's auto zoom or not. I'm very sorry if it does not. But you'll be able to tell there's a little chart right here. And next on that chart, it tells you like which scores get a certain modifier. So 17 gets a +3. And this is how you're gonna do it. So 17 on that little chart puts +3. So in that little circle, I'm gonna put +3. And I'm gonna do that for each number. So 12 is gonna get me +1. 13 is also gonna be a +1. 8 gets me -1. 10 gets me +0. And 15 gets me +2. So those are the ability scores. I always like to do that right before I go to the classes. So now I'm gonna go to the classes. My class, the Paladin. If you're not doing this kind of what I'm doing, go ahead and go to where your class is. I forgot to put down my race, which was Dragonborn. And this is what our sheets look like right now. Here, I'll focus it. Yeah, see, that's what our sheet should look like. Okay. So focus.
So Brian.
Hey Weston. Hey, can you focus the camera for me?
I just made it to the first boss.
Oh yeah, Weston.
On
here.
on a sorcerer. And this game is impossible. No.
Can you please focus the camera?
It's focused. It's fine.
It is like do it again. Just do it, please.
What do you press?
Just press that button. The button really slightly. Yes. Okay, I'm back. I was just playing Dark Souls 2 with my friend a little bit for a second. We just started playing. It's like really intense. If you have any hints or tips for Dark Souls 2, because we're like ginormous noobs, like we made a knight and a sorcerer character, and like you can't get past like the first boss. It's insane. But if you have any tips, hints, all that kind of jazz, please comment below. Please comment below. Actually, it's my first video. I've always wanted to start doing YouTube. I just don't know what to do. And I thought, doing eventually sheets would be okay. Text. Eventually sheets would be okay. Oh, my friend. I'll call you. I'll record. Okay, that was my friend. I'm going rock climbing the Austin Bouldering Project tomorrow, and I guess you can tell I live in Austin, so yeah, I'm going there to rock climb tomorrow. I haven't been rock climbing in a long time, so yeah. So, at first level, you'll get like lots of things. You'll have a table like this. Shit. You'll have a table like that will give you like different things like proficiency bonuses and all that kind of jazz. So, I'll kind of explain that to you. So, yeah. Okay, so I'll show you guys the table. So, proficiency bonus. So there are things that you will be proficient in, or which otherwise means you're really good at. And you'll be proficient in certain things in the game. So, for example, as a paladin, you'll be really good at or proficient in all armor, shields, simple weapons, martial weapons, wisdom, charisma, and 2 different skills. So there's things called a proficiency bonus, which is at level 1 it's +2. You'll find it like this little circle right here next to the armor. So this thing like right here. That thing right there. Okay, so just put +2. +2. Okay, and then turn the page, go to like the next page, where it says class features. Class features. I'm not gonna go like all zoomy in and crap on that, but it's like right here basically. It'll say class features. So first thing you'll see is hit points, or otherwise known as HP. If you play video games, you also know what HP are. How much health you have, right? So it'll say like hit points at first level and at later levels. Ignore all that, okay? Just focus on the hit points at first level, which for paladins is 10 plus my constitution modifier. So I'm gonna take the number 10. I'm gonna go to my constitution thing on this little line right here, right? Go to that little line, and I have a +1. So I'm gonna put 1. 10 plus 1 is obviously 11. So I'm gonna put 11 at my current hit points right here. Or I'll show you this, like right there. Right there. At the very top, at hit points maximum. So I have 11. Let's see. Proficiencies. That's gonna take a while to write down. So I'm just gonna not write it down, but I'll tell you guys, you need to write it down, because I'm not gonna really be playing this character, making it for you guys. Show you guys. So, proficiencies is right here. I already showed you. But they will go in this right here, where you put your languages. you're gonna put that your proficiency in there too, like your proficiency's there too. I'm sorry, fumbling. There will also be saving throws. So under that, there will be saving throws. And it'll say like wisdom, charisma, or like strength, and another thing. These refer to these little things, like this line right here, where we put our bonuses. So, for like, it'll tell you like strength or like something like that. So it says for me to circle wisdom and charisma. That's my saving throws. So I'm gonna circle in wisdom and charisma. And then it tells me to choose 2 skills, which skills are also they're right under your skills. Skills are right under your like saving throws and right next to that little bar thing. And you're gonna circle 2. Right? It says choose 2 from athletics, insight, intimidation, medicine, persuasion, and religion. I'm gonna choose athletics and intimidation. I mean, really strong, athletic, scary man. So that'll be fun to roleplay. That's next. Sorry, like someone walked in. I don't want to have you guys listen to what they're talking about. So next is equipment. This stuff right here is under the class features section that I showed you guys earlier. So equipment, this will go in this little slot right here at the very bottom. These little things right here are different things like CP means copper pieces, CP means silver pieces, EP means electrum pieces, GP gold, and PP platinum. Haha, very funny, PP. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Equipment, so I get to choose a martial weapon and a shield or 2 martial weapons. So weapons will be shown in the equipment page of the book, which I will tell you what page is. It is 149. 149 is the page number for equipment. And it'll show you all the different kind of crap that you can get. So, martial weapons. So I'm just gonna look for the section. Here's like the table for that.